here I will demo my new proxy project that I was working on for the, well, it was the main purpose why I built the parser and the string compare library on get0x.prxyz. Or if you go to youtube.com/0x.bir, you can see that I have been spamming. I made like 2 videos, one about string comparisons using trees and another one for HTTP parsing. This is all because they are related, and the fundamental reason for this is my proxy library. I'm writing it in C, and I've done quite a lot so far. Loose string checking, I just added this today. Implementing server and client parsing, this is achieved through proxlib, which in turn uses string compare for fast string checking. And now I've covered the content length, body segmentation. I didn't cover the other 4, but I think these are the only 5 body segmentations that I should be aware of that most websites use. So after I finish those 5, I should be good and make another video about it. But until then, it's just chunked. I mean, this is like, what, 80% of the websites that use it. The rest is probably not even used that much. Content length and chunked are probably the most used ones. And then I will continue on with SSL and caching. But yeah, let me just show you a demo of this. If you start the program, you can set your proxy to my proxy, which runs on port 2020. And let's first test it on my website. I have here a few websites that use content length, so we can test them. And if I do a hard reset, so there's no caching, Control-Shift-R, you can see that it spawns 3 child processes for images and for your other CSS files or whatever. It loads, and I can browse websites, I mean pages, and even images will load, everything will load. And this is all running here. Linux signals, okay, that's cool. That's cool. RSS feed, okay. Now let's go to catb and see if his website loads, and it should, with no problem. Indeed, homepage, and it loads like a charm. Let's go to how-tos, brief history of hackerdom, and we go to writings directory, a fan of freedom. It all loads very nicely. Maybe there's a bit of delay, but it's not really that bad in my opinion, since proxies usually do that because they're another hop in the network. There's no caching at the moment, so if I would implement that, it would probably be better. But oh yeah, I clicked here on another link, never mind, that was probably HTTPS. Let's see, maybe this. Yeah, it loads. Here's a script. Let's see the script. Okay, it loaded quite a lot of images, which you can see by the mass printfs here. But it all loads very nicely. Then what do we have here? Landly.net, a random thing I found online. It loads like a charm. Tiny Core Linux also loads. Linux help also loads. Now, I don't have any JavaScript websites here, but they should also work just fine. I don't know about the ones that use the latest frameworks, because I haven't implemented SSL and TLS yet, so I actually have no idea how that will work. But most of them probably are more modern, so they use the chunked encoding, so it doesn't really matter because I haven't even implemented that yet. So far I can actually give you a a preview of the code. If we go to receive from server, this is when we receive the website data from the server actually, before forwarding it to the actual client. We get the headers, we read lines, and then we parse them, and then we go to the body. Actually, we don't need this label, what the fuck. We go into the headers that we have just parsed, and we check if there is a content length entry. So if there's something like content length, I don't know, a number, that would tell us how much data to expect from the socket after this. And if there isn't, I will just say that it doesn't exist. That is a requirement, basically. So if you use transfer encoding, you will not be able to go through this, and the proxy will fail. So yeah, then what it does is converts the string to an integer. So you have an actual integer, like when you do content length, whatever, it just grabs this value as a string and converts it into an integer. This is a simple function which I wrote myself, and it's inside the proxlib c store s string to integer n. So this is give me the number of characters you want to take from string and convert them into an integer. It's not really good code, I would say, but I mean, it does the job correctly, so yeah. Actually, what the fuck? Why do I have this over here? Continue. You know what? I can make this a little better by just saying return minus return and not using a total statement. Continue. Oh wait, it should be return minus return and continue. Wait, the fuck did? What was I thinking when I wrote this? Jesus. Okay, this should also work just fine. So, okay, that's it. You convert it to an integer, then you take, this is the line length that you will then read, you allocate enough dynamic memory for it, and then you read all of it from the socket. If this receive fails, which it can still, even if you put message wait all, you will continue reading until the bytes are literally equal to the message length. Message buffer, then you reallocate it, you copy everything from the line to the message buffer, and yeah, then you can move to the next stage, which is do forward client. You see, this is the state machine. You start at receiving from client, then you connect to the server, then you forward to the server the thing from the message of the client. You receive from the server his response, and you forward the response to the client. And here you just basically go to the server buffer and write everything to the socket. And most of this code was actually just taken from, have to give credit, Tiny Proxy. An amazing proxy, I swear to God. But yeah, this file in particular was very useful. Safe write, wait, let me see, safe read. This was in particular very useful. And it gave me a glimpse to how I should implement this reading safely from sockets. So, because I was really getting caught up in the blocking and non-blocking thing, so yeah. Now it's good though, and it works, as you can see. So, I implemented a lot of things so far, but I still have a lot of work to do. And yeah, I will hopefully get back to you with another video after I finish those 4. If you want to help me implement these or the rest, you can email me. Else, I will see you whenever I finish this, I guess.